Hi, this is Mr. Ward, and I'm going to do some videos on the 2021 released items for the 8th grade Math MCAS. I'm going to start with this one, number 1. Consider this equation, x cubed equals 27. Well, what that means is there's some number times itself that equals 27. X cubed means x times x equals 27. So one way to think about that is what are the factors of 27? The factors of 27, well, we can break 27 into 3 times 3 times 3. And so x has to be 3. So that's your answer on this one. So x is 3. Now, some people might think it's 9 because 9 times 3 is 27, but that 3 doesn't mean you're multiplying x times 3. It means you're using x as a factor 3 times, x times x times x. So that's right out, and 1/3 and 1/9. I'm not quite sure how those distractors work, but they are not the answer. I'm going to pause and see if what other exponential stuff there is in this test. Now, the second exponential one I'm going to talk about is what number multiplied by the expression 5 times 10 to the third is equivalent to the expression 5 times 10 to the sixth. So if you're looking for a number that's multiplied by something to get a product, then you can just take the product and divide by the known number. So what this is going to end up being is a division problem. So we're going to do like this. 5 times 10 to the sixth, that is a 10 there in case it's not obvious, divided by 5 times 10 to the third. And when you're dividing scientific notation or multiplying scientific notation or raising scientific notation to a power, what you want to do is you want to separate the operation on the coefficients from the operation on the powers, because that makes everything much easier. Well, 5 divided by 5 is just going to be 1. And 10 to the sixth divided by 10 to the third is the same as 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 over 10 times 10 times 10. There are 6 factors of 10 in the numerator and 3 factors of 10 in the denominator, which means that what's going to happen is we're going to be canceling out some of those 10. So that 10, that pair of 10s cancels out, that pair of 10s cancels out, and that pair of 10s cancels out, which is a much more complicated way of saying that we can just say 10 to the sixth minus 3 power, which we can just simplify into 10 to the third power. So 1 times 10 to the third power is just going to be 10 to the third power. So 10 to the third, which is 1,000. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. That's what you're going to multiply it by. I hope that was helpful.